What is construction contract administration? So, have you ever just wanted to get your feet wet in the construction industry? This is a perfect opportunity for women, especially, to be able to enter the construction workforce. Construction is a great opportunity to be able to continue growing and elevating in a career that has a great income and offers a lot of stability that allows for a very long ladder to climb. So being able to move through construction administration as your first introduction and opportunity to get your foot in the door, I would love for you to come into this episode and jump into some of the strategies that we're going to go through in order to be able to become a construction administrator. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to work in the construction industry? Have you ever thought about what skills you currently have and how you would transition those into the construction industry? What would it be like to be the one sitting at a desk with a hot-headed superintendent coming in the door? Well, these are all things that we're going to talk about in this episode of what is it going to take to become a construction administrator. So I've always likened it or thought about it as an opportunity of someone who just goes on a temporary assignment and they go to answer phones. And as you're answering those phones, you start becoming more interested in the characters that are calling on the other end of the line. Well, we have plenty of characters here in the construction industry, and as an administrative assistant who's just answering phones, you actually are getting a very clear picture into the construction world. And so this is a perfect opportunity for you to use it as a leadway into becoming a field engineer or a construction manager. Now, it doesn't happen overnight. There's many things that we have to learn before we can just jump into being a construction manager. But as a construction administrator, you're able to have the first-hand view of all of the correspondence that goes on a project, how it's filed, how it's organized, how it's being used. You are the one who's maybe typing up meeting minutes or helping support in typing up a daily report. You're organizing and filing schedules. You're identifying change orders that are going through the flow of signature. And so you start becoming more and more aware of all of these working pieces that keep a project moving. So as a construction administrator, you're there in observation, in your learning, in understanding the progress and process of a construction project. So I love this as an opportunity for people who are going into entry level because it takes a little bit of the pressure off of you actually having to know what happens out on a job site. Now, if I were you, I would set my desk and be very close to the window so I could watch what everyone was doing out on the job site, because this is going to be a great opportunity to be able to learn. And when the superintendent comes in that afternoon and you're asking him, why were you guys doing this today? Or what was this all about? You are going to start learning things in a way that is going to be extremely valuable, but not maybe in a way that you can actually pinpoint how it's going to be helping you. Just have faith that what you're doing is building a knowledge base for you to be able to be a great construction administrator. So I know that some of my favorite administrators knew things before I did. So they protected me and they made sure they answered all of the calls and stopped all of the people coming in that would have interrupted me from being able to answer my emails or being able to focus on the development of a submittal or putting a change order together. And so she took the messages and it gave me time to be able to focus on what it was that I was doing. But in that moment, she's learning and asking questions. So, what's going on? What would you like to leave as a message? What type of work are we talking about? What subcontractor was involved? And so, by learning these things in this manner, it allows them the opportunity to be able to have a big picture understanding of the construction system and how we're going to be moving this project forward. Once you've moved from the general knowledge of being a construction administrator, you have a tremendous number of paths that you can focus on. So again, we are understanding the correspondence, we're understanding the movement and flow of a project by filing work, by writing letters, by being able to read the specifications. Shoot, we might even have to put together some as-builts, which gives us the opportunity to be able to learn how to read drawings while we're in the project office. And so all of these are learning opportunities that you need to take advantage of. Once we have done this, then we can really specialize and zero in on what it is that interests us most. And so some may want to go into contract administration, being able to put together that contract, identify those key terms and conditions that are going to protect us in that particular project, knowing how to structure all of the different components of a contract. And so that could be an area that they want to specialize in. They could specialize in document control. So having quality control in your documents and having organized documents is key in being able to find things quickly, efficiently, and being able to get the right information together for those vital documents that could end up costing thousands of dollars, particularly if we have to go into any kind of litigation or mitigation. You could have a contract administrator who likes numbers, and so what better place to be than to go into the accounting department or into the financial management of the construction project. So these are all opportunities that are going to be open to a contract administrator who's been able to be on a job site, has been able to observe the work that's going on, and has been able to really capture the purpose of what the documents are doing to support the work that's out in the field. One thing we know in construction is that we all wear a lot of hard hats. So even as a construction administrator, you're going to be asked to do a number of different topics. Many things that might not fall within your roles and responsibilities. They could include managing a dispute list, or putting together a change order log, or identifying the status of submittals. When we're out on a project site, especially in this complex world of construction, there's some things that a construction manager just can't get to in the day. And so as a construction administrator, you're able to jump in and help support in any area necessary. So this does mean that you have some special skills that we're going to be looking for. Those skills are first and foremost going to be wanting to learn everything about construction, being flexible, being adaptable, being able to understand common sense and practical knowledge, being able to defuse a situation in order to calm the office in those times that need it. Being able to jump in and understand the terminology and what a construction manager is asking of you when they're asking for you to help support in some of the duties that they're performing. And of course, there's always answering the phone. So I appreciate my construction administrators who also always made sure that the Xerox was full with paper, that there was a full coffee pot, and even had snacks available when I needed them in the middle of that morning sugar high that I needed. But an office manager and a construction administrator is going to be the key to really keeping the flow of your project moving. And so giving them the appreciation that they deserve is going to be very important, but also recognizing, as it is a perfect first step in introducing you to the construction industry. Effective construction administration is critical for any construction project. And this is a great opportunity for you to get your foot in the door and just understand how amazing the construction industry is. And I would like to be right next to your side, helping and mentoring you through this process. It's not always clear where we can find information in order to be able to develop our personal growth. But with the Skill Builder program, we have a library of resources of mini courses that provide training on task-specific items that will help you support your construction management team. So if becoming a construction administrator is what you want to do, then I want to be your mentor. And to access Skill Builder, please look below in the description where you'll find our website, Construction Management Online.